Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty here with my review of Art of Murder, FBI Confidential. So if you watched my Let's Play of this game, you'll know that I was excited to get into it because I'm a big fan of still life, and it's semi-similar in that you play as a female FBI agent trying to catch a killer. But unfortunately, while I think that Still Life is a pretty great game, I did not enjoy Art of Murder, like, at all. The voice acting, mostly the voice acting of the main character is terrible. The dialogue is written really weirdly. I've heard this game was made in, like, Poland or something, so it was translated into English, but I'm not sure that's really an excuse. Like, this is why, like, you should have people, like, edit your text if it's being translated from a foreign language. I've played more than a few games with, like, bigger releases that have this problem, and it really does affect how the game is, like, perceived when the dialogue or the files are just really awkwardly worded. I decided to record this on this menu because it highlights one of the biggest problems I had with this game, which was sound issues. The settings for this game, like, you see they have the separate settings for music, FX, dialogues, and then they have master volume. It is near impossible to configure the sound for this game. Like, it's very easy to accidentally mute the cutscenes or make them obscenely quiet, and I was able to get the dialogue for the cutscenes audible, but then as a consequence, the normal dialogue in the game was just painfully loud. I ended up having to change my system's volume because these volume sliders are not accurate at all. The gameplay was just a pain. Like, I've played adventure games, but first there's a lot of back and forth. You know, it's like, oh, I need to get something from the museum, and he wants a warrant or whatever, so, like, okay. But then you have to leave the museum, which involves going through, like, you know, leave out into the main area, go to the car. From the car, you're outside the FBI, go into the FBI, go upstairs, go into the office, go to the front office, I think you also have to go to the chief, talk to him, or talk to someone, then take the paper, and then go all the way back just to give this dude this paper. And then it's like, oh, I know we said you can leave, but you can't just leave. Like, there's an alarm going off, and it's like, why is that my job to fix it? You work here. And there's just so much of that, so many puzzles that make no sense. I read reviews that said the puzzles in this were easy, but they're so nonsensical that I can't see how they could be. And again, just all of the backtracking, even right up until the end of the game, we had to backtrack to a ridiculous degree because you wouldn't think you need to talk to this person or do this item. Like, the dialogue will tell you, well, let me do this thing so I can get out of here, and then you do the thing and you try to leave, and it's like, oh, but I should go back and do something else. But it doesn't often specify what you have to do. The story and characters are not really done particularly well. Nicole is the worst in terms of voice acting. She always sounds weird and robotic and way too happy. And the other characters, most of them don't get a chance to develop. Nick is, like, this unseen character, and it's weird, and I'm not sure, like, what's supposed to be the deal with that. Like, it doesn't feel like it's supposed to be a joke. And just, yeah, like, there's all these murders that happen before the game even started. And, like, that's the case with Still Life as well, but in the case of Still Life, like, you can access the files of these past murders, you can see pictures of the victims, and you can read, like, the contents of what was found, like, the details of the crime, like, drugs that were found in their bloodstream. None of that's here, so I have no connection to these previous victims. And, like, it was just told really, really poorly. And that's to say nothing of all of the technical issues. Some of them, like, I can't be sure some of them weren't just due to recording issues. Like, times when the game would play fine, but in recording it would be, like, super, like, choppy, or it would flicker. I did have in-game issues of, like, one time the screen froze, like, black, I also had my saves get deleted, but I might have accidentally done that. But just, I cannot recommend this game. Like, if you want a more enjoyable murder mystery, the first Still Life game is way better. I am hoping that the sequel to this will be a better game. This was not a good start, though. So, that's it for now. Thanks for watching this, and bye for now.